Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news, all right, Browns fans. Let's sit down and talk about what's really going on with the team right now. Because there's a lot of uncertainty swirling around the quarterback position, and it's got everyone on edge. We're in a bit of a holding pattern with Deshaun Watson, who, as you all know, has been out of action since he suffered that Achilles injury last October. It's been a rough road for him, and honestly, the Browns are not exactly shouting from the rooftops about his return. For the first time in a while, there's a real sense of hesitation. There's doubt about when or even if Watson will be back on the practice field this season. And that's a big deal, because Cleveland needs to figure out their QB situation pretty soon if they want to stay competitive. Watson initially tore his Achilles last year, and it was a tough break for a guy who was supposed to be the franchise quarterback. The Browns gave him that massive $230 million guaranteed deal, and expectations were sky high. But now, with his recovery taking longer than expected, the team and fans alike are left wondering whether we'll see him on the field again this season. It's not just a matter of him recovering from surgery. He also hit a setback in January that required a second procedure. That kind of thing can really set you back, especially for a player trying to come back from such a serious injury at his age. He just turned 30 in September, remember. The latest reports indicate that Watson has been posting his progress on social media, which of course, fans are watching closely. Everyone wants to see some signs of life, some hope that he might come back and give the Browns a boost. But the Browns didn't clear him for practice last week after the bye, and that's where the real questions start to build. Head coach Kevin Stefanski, who's been trying to steer this team through all these ups and downs, was asked directly whether Watson would be practicing this week. And honestly, he didn't give a definitive answer. "I'm not sure if that's what we're doing," Stefanski said when pressed. That kind of vague, non-committal response tells us that the team is taking it slow, playing it safe, and maybe even holding out hope that Watson could return. If not this season, then at least later on. Of course, the Browns do have a window here. When Watson is medically cleared, he'll get a 21-day practice window during which they can decide whether to activate him to the 53-man roster. That's a crucial period because, if he's ready, Cleveland could potentially bring him back and see what he can do. But if not, he'll remain on the reserve, physically unable to perform list for the rest of the season, which effectively ends his year. And let's be honest, Browns fans, that's not what we wanted to hear. We all know how much was riding on Watson when he joined the team, and it's frustrating to be left in limbo like this. Meanwhile, the team's quarterback situation is a bit of a roller coaster. Rookie Dillon Gabriel is currently the starting QB, but let's be real, his numbers haven't exactly blown anyone away. In Sunday's tough loss to the Jets, he threw for just 167 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception, finishing with a 1-4 record as a starter. It's clear that Cleveland isn't overly impressed with his performance, but Stefanski was quick to shut down any talk of replacing Gabriel next week. "Yeah, we're going to stick with Dillon," Stefanski said. "Obviously, this is a young player that you're always trying to get one game better and those types of things, but we have to play better as an offense, we have to coach better, all the above." So, Browns fans, what does that mean? Well, it looks like the team is committed to sticking with Gabriel for now, despite the struggles. But that doesn't mean the front office isn't eyeing other options. Shedeur Sanders, the talented backup, is sitting right behind Gabriel, and some fans have started calling for him to get a shot under center, especially if the offense continues to sputter. But Stefanski and the Browns aren't biting. When asked about the possibility of Sanders taking snaps soon, he simply said, "I don't think it's fair to speculate. We are committed to getting better as an offense. Dillon is committed to improving in any way he can." That tells us Cleveland is focused on development and stability, even if the results aren't yet where they want them to be. Now, that's where it gets even more complicated. If Watson does eventually return, his chances of playing this season are slim. The Browns have made it clear they're moving on, at least publicly, from Watson's 2022 blockbuster trade. Owner Jimmy Haslam called it a swing and miss, and he's been pretty vocal that the team's main focus right now is evaluating their young quarterbacks, especially with 2 first-round picks in next year's draft. Cleveland needs to assess whether their rookie talent can step up as starters or if they should go shopping early in the draft for a new signal caller. But don't forget, Watson is still eager to prove he's got what it takes. In a social media video earlier this offseason, he said, "Everyone is doubting me. Everyone don't believe in me. Everyone don't think I can get back to where I was. But I know, and I believe in myself, I'm gonna be way better than before." That kind of confidence speaks volumes about his mindset, even if his body isn't quite there yet. His fully guaranteed deal running through 2026 indicates the Browns still see him as a key part of their future if he can get healthy enough to show it. For Browns fans, this is a nerve-wracking time. We've seen the team struggle on offense, especially with a rookie quarterback trying to find his footing. We've seen injuries pile up, and the uncertainty around Watson's return adds a whole new layer of complexity. But there's also hope. Cleveland has shown resilience before, and with the talent they have, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, and a solid defense, the team isn't out of it yet. The season may be filled with ups and downs, but the hope is that this period of uncertainty is just a temporary obstacle on the way to a brighter future, hopefully with Watson back and firing on all cylinders. As Browns fans, we all want the same thing, to see our team compete at the highest level, to see the offense clicking, and to watch our quarterback lead us to victory. No matter what, the passion runs deep, and we're all in this together. The next few weeks will be critical. How the team manages Watson's recovery, how Gabriel and potentially Sanders develop, and how the front office plans to build for the future. Cleveland's got the talent and the grit. Now it's about putting it all together and making the most of the opportunities ahead. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.